Hi, first grade. Today we learned about monoprinting and how it's one print of a reprintable surface. So, your reprintable surface is actually going to be your table. I'm using a laminated piece of paper because my surface is kind of bumpy and it wouldn't work too well. So, today what you're going to need is you're going to get a large brush from me. You are going to need to put your name on 3 pieces of paper because you're going to be practicing different monoprints, and you're also going to need a Q-tip or 2 Q-tips depending on what I say that day. All right, so I'm going to put these off to the side, and then what I'm going to come around and do is I'm going to give you a very small squirt of paint right on your table, and you're going to take your brush and you are going to smooth that back and forth. And so you don't want to scribble with the brush. You don't want to go like this because then you're going to see those scribble marks. So you're going to spread out the paint like so. And you have to work pretty quick because the paint wants to dry very fast. So I'm going to put that off to the side. Then with my Q-tip, I'm going to start to draw my design. So maybe I want to do a heart. Maybe I want to make it a smiley face. Maybe I want to do some like designs coming off of it. You can draw whatever you want. And so with the Q-tip, I'm kind of pushing away the paint. I'm going to make another heart over here. Ignore that though. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to lay it over. And now I'm not going to move the paper around, but I'm going to rub it. Rub it really good. Take your finger and rub, rub, rub. And it's hard to see on the screen, but I can start to see the paint coming up on there. And so the first one kind of might not work. That's okay. We can try again and again and again. And then let me lift this off. Woo! I got my design on there. Oh, that looks so cool. Let me try another one. So, same thing. When you've printed one, put it on the drying rack right away, and then raise your hand, and I'll come give you another drop of paint. If I accidentally give you too large of a drop, just spread it out more. Because the thicker the paint is, the less likely the design will transfer over because it will be a little too thick and it'll get into all of your design. So spread that out. Maybe with this one, maybe I want to make like a scene, like a sun. Maybe make some hills, some clouds. Maybe make a little house. So the Q-tip, remember, you're pushing the paint away. So some areas it can be a little hard. Maybe I'll make some grass in the front. Remember, today is just an experiment day to see or to practice monoprinting. That right there. Press it down. Make sure it doesn't move. Use your finger. Really rub. Rub, rub, rub that design on. Oops, I moved it a little bit. That's going to get a little messed up. That's all right. Make sure you rub over the whole thing, because then if you don't rub over the whole thing, then your design's not going to lift off. All right, let's see this one. Oh, this one turned out even better. So I can tell I put the paint on a little bit thicker because some of the edges, like they didn't turn out as well, but that's okay. I would consider this a good print. We'll do it one more time. Spread that paint out. Ooh, I can tell I put it on a little too thick again. I need to remember to put it on thin. Just give it a little dot. And if your Q-tip is looking a little too dark this time, use the other side. It's okay if you get paint on your hands. We can wash them later. And this one, I don't know what I want to do. Maybe I don't know, maybe I want to do like a Pikachu. Do not ask me to draw a Pikachu. You can draw your own Pikachu if you want. Just try your best if you don't know how. Pikachu. He's got little arms. I'm going to make a little quick Pokeball. Really simple and not detailed designs, baby. Pokeball, it's being thrown. There we go. All right, my last piece of paper. Cover that up. And then rub. That's okay that I got a little paint on the back. Take your finger, rub all over so the design will lift. And let's see how it turned out. Well, a little goopy, but otherwise pretty good. All right. And then when we're all done, whoo, do we need to scrub-a-dub-dub. So spray, 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 scrub-a-dub-dub. Thanks for watching. Hi, first grade. So today we are going to be connecting our newfound knowledge of bees and monoprinting together. So we practiced drawing a bee, or we're going to practice drawing a bee. I don't know what order we'll do it in, but when we get started, just like we did with our first monoprinting practice session, I'm going to be giving you drop of paint on your table. You are going to be putting your name on 3 pieces of paper. And our goal today is to get at least 3 good bee prints. At least 3 good bee prints. So we can add them to our background that we will be making another time. So I'm going to spread out the paint. Make sure you get a nice smooth layer, no scribbling. That off to the side. Then I'm going to take my Q-tip and I'm going to draw the head of the bee, body of the bee, stripes, wings, antenna, and stinger if you want. And if you want one of them to be the queen bee, you can certainly give yours a crown. And then I'm going to put my paper over there. And then we know to smooth out the whole thing, rub the whole thing, otherwise your print is not going to come off. So rub, rub, rub. Then peel it off. Oh, that's a pretty good bee print. And then keep on repeating until you get 3 good bee prints. Awesome. And remember to put these on the drying rack after each print. All right, thanks for watching. If you don't get 3 good prints, get another piece of paper, put your name on it, and then print again. Thanks for watching. Hey artists, so today we're going to be starting to make the background for our bees. So just a few things to go over before we get started. Obviously have your name and your class code on the back. And today we're going to be using bubble wrap to give that wonderful like honeycomb background for your bees. So as you can see, I use these before and I've used these every year. So please don't pop any of the bubbles because if you do pop them, then you're not going to have a good print. So please don't do that. So today you're going to get a big piece of paper. You're going to get a tray that you and someone sitting next to you are going to share. And you guys are going to share a piece of bubble wrap too. And you guys are going to take turns printing the bubble wrap on the paper. So let me flip this over. And then I'm going to come around and I'm going to give you squirt of orange, and I'm also going to give you a squirt of yellow so we get that really nice like honey color. So what you're going to do is you're going to print the bubble wrap bubble side down, and for the first one you're going to kind of swirl it around. The first print might turn out a little goopy, but that's okay. That can be a place where the honey like really got real thick. All right, so I'm going to take my bubble wrap, and then I am going to, if we get paint on the table, that's okay. We'll clean it off later. And I'm just going to gently press, so I'm not popping any of the bubbles. I'm going to take that off, and there we go. And then your partner will get to print as well. So I think I already have enough on here to do another print. Yes, yes. And so you see that strip of white space over there? I really want to get that. So even if you print on the table a little bit, maybe you could like lift it off. Hold on, let me get a little bit more paint. Maybe you could just like kind of just do like half of it. Lift that off. Whoop. Half of it. And then lift that off. And then when your piece is mostly full, I got a white space right here I really want to cover. There we go. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So when you're done with filling your whole paper, the tray and the bubble wrap goes in the sink. I will wash it, and you are going to put your honeycomb print on the drying rack. So now that we have everything dry, today we're going to do the finishing steps. So today you're going to get a stencil from me. It's going to be like a honeycomb shape. And so please don't write your name on these. I'm going to need these back at the end of class. All right, so I'm going to put my bees off to the side. I'm going to have my print. I'm going to flip it over. And so what you should be able to do is you should be able to get two shapes out of this, so two tracing. So we're going to kind of cut this so when I put these on the board, they kind of link together and they make a really cool kind of honeycomb pattern. So what I want you to do is I want you to find a side where it lines up with the edge of your paper, and then I want you to trace around your stencil. You could do this in pencil, you can do this in Sharpie, it is up to you. There we go, so I have one. And then so right next to it, it fits perfectly right next to it, I'm going to trace the other one. Just like that. And so when you cut this out, don't cut in the middle of this line. If you do, then you can just tape it right back together, but don't cut right in the middle. All right, awesome. So now I'm going to get my bees. And so when you start to cut out your bees, don't cut on the white line, kind of cut around the white line. So almost like a bubble cut, but still kind of get some of that black off just so it looks really nice. All right, I'm going to zoom in. So now I have my bees cut out and I have my honeycomb. So it's up to you where you want to place your bees. And they can absolutely go off the honeycomb a little bit. That is just fine. So I think I'm going to glue mine there. Up to you where you glue yours. So normally we glue the small piece to the big piece. But in this case, since some of our bees are going to go off the paper, I want you to put the glue on your honeycomb. So you're going to take your glue stick, put a nice hefty dot of glue and then place your bee. Same thing. Hefty dot of glue, place your bee. Hefty dot of glue, place your bee. All right, awesome. So this can go on the drying rack when you're done. Make sure before you put it on the drying rack that you didn't cut off your name, and if you did, please rewrite it. All right, thank you for watching.